Welcome to Make Your Mark podcast, where guests share their experiences, insights, and tactics to help you accelerate your business. So building, scaling, and monetizing your business is made easier. And I will be your host, Kay Suthar. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Make Your Mark podcast. And oh boy, do I have a celebrity guest for you today. Her name is Joanna Wood. She is known for photography, right? Her awesome, unique, creative photos that she creates for all of her clients, business owners, entrepreneurs, coaches, all these people. And it's so funny because people have got to really know what her photos are like. So when they see her photos, they know immediately, oh my goodness, that's Jo's work. So please welcome on stage, Joanna Wood. Oh my goodness. Jo,
Hello.
I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
No worries. So, Jo, before we get into the nitty-gritty of photography and what it really means to you and what you do for your clients, I would love for you to share with our audience a little bit about your background, right? A little bit about your journey on how you actually got to a place in business and how you actually found your passion in photography. What does that look like? Because we all know it doesn't happen overnight.
Oh God, I first picked up my first camera when I was 8.
Oh,
You know
wow.
those old Kodak ones
Yeah.
with the film in it? Yeah, I'm that old. Then you'd wind it on. I got pictures of when I was a kid of like hanging around my neck, going on holiday, and I was always taking photos. And I just loved the freedom it gave me. Like, I hated being in front of the camera. I'd always pull faces, and I think I got that off my mum because she was dreadful. You put a camera in her face, and she just started pulling faces. So I think I got that off her. It was a bad thing. So
Oh,
I just spent probably most of my life taking photos of anything, and then I became a nanny, and I used to take the photos of the kids because children
okay.
are quite easy to photograph. There's no pressure. They don't care what they look like.
So there's no pulling of the faces when it comes to kids. I'm sure there must be loads.
No, but it's the fun ones. It's the natural pull in the faces. So yeah, and then I started off in equestrian photography because I had horses.
Oh, wow.
I
Okay.
started doing like fine art, um, and I specialised in that for a few years. And then yeah, I had a coach who said, why have you got such a small niche? Why don't you expand and work
Okay.
with business owners?" I was like,
Oh.
okay, how am I going to bring my fine art photography with animals and people, because I used to photograph their owners as well, into
Mhm.
like the business world? And I found the space really hard to navigate, like, because all branding photos are very similar. How do
Mhm.
I bring that editorial edge, the fine art edge into the online space in the business world? And that's what I've been doing the past couple of years. And yeah, penny's finally starting to drop with people.
Oh
But it
my
doesn't have
goodness.
to be about laptops and coffee cups.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We had that conversation like yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Like photos seem to be very samey, no matter what photography you go to, like it's the same poses, like you can predict what's coming up next, right? But you've gone
Hmm.
ahead and done things very differently.
Yeah.
And I that you were, you were a photographer for like animals and fine art. I had no idea about you regards to all of that. So that's something new that I've learned. That's amazing. And so when was it that you decided, how long has it been that you were, okay, I'm going to be working with entrepreneurs now? And what made you kind of feel like, you know what, this is my thing. This is where I need to kind of stick to when it comes to photography.
I think it was the frustration that the branding element is very dull. And
Mm.
I just I was like, how can I get people to understand that it's so much more than just images, that it's storytelling as well? So obviously then I launched Unmasked in May, and it's really elevated and ramped up the fact that images are much more than just surface level. It's what's
Mm.
behind the mask. What is your story? What are you trying to tell? How are you trying to tell these through your images and your photography? And how can we bring that into your brand as well? So yeah.
Yeah. Coming to the whole topic of unmasked, right? Like this is your thing. I hope you've actually trademarked that word. Like if
I
it hasn't
can't I
already.
can't trademark that word. I've already trademarked something. There's lots of
I
different types of unmasking because it's normally
know.
associated with people with ADHD and neurodivergent people, but
Oh,
it's it's very all encompassing because we've all got these different things, we're all different people, and
mm,
how can we use the unmasking through storytelling and photography to bring it together as like this one package, like one ball of thing.
absolutely.
It's difficult to explain
Now
because
it's funny
everyone unmasks in different ways.
they do. It's true. Now it's funny that you did mention, and I'm glad you mentioned that right now because just kind of taking a couple of steps back. Earlier on, you said that when you kind of went in front of the camera, they used to start putting faces, and your mum did the same thing. Do you
Mhm.
believe that was you masking, right, behind something else you didn't want anyone else to see, like a vulnerability?
Oh yeah. So the talk I gave at my event last week,
Hmm.
um, it was yeah, I didn't feel safe in front of the camera. There's like it's quite a
Okay.
big thing to be in front of a camera and be you
Right. Okay.
and let your guard down. I was always the kid that hid. I was always the kid that hid behind my mum, or even
Mm.
like when I married my husband, I've always stood behind someone else. I didn't want to be visible.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So
Has
yeah.
that changed for you now?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
If I can't get in
Okay.
front of the camera, then my clients can't, can they? So yeah,
Well,
I
this
don't
is
mind it.
it. Exactly. Okay. And so, all right, I want to take a few steps back and we're going to get a little bit deeper now. Okay. So I guess at what point, what happened, and like at what point in phase in your life did you realize that I can't keep hiding, right? I need to get out there. Was there something in particular that kind of really happened that you thought, no, this has got to change now?
It was this time last year. I got to the point,
Really?
yeah, it was only a year ago. I got to the point where I was either going to quit or I had to get out of my own way. So
Okay.
come November, December, I came off every single part of social media. I didn't go on LinkedIn. I didn't go on Facebook. I didn't go on Instagram. I had a whole Christmas off. And I thought
Wow.
it's now or never. I can either get out of my own way and start building my business that I want and start
Mhm.
being more intuitive with my business rather than going through the general what brand photographers normally do. They do like a selfie thing or they teach people how to take their own photos and it just wasn't me. And I was just ended up bashing my head against a brick wall because I was going against what I really wanted to do.
Yeah. Oh my God. Do you
So
know what?
yeah.
I feel really fascinated by the fact that you are a photographer. You've had a camera in your hand since you're 8 years old, but you yourself had fears of being in front of the camera, right? But yet you want to do this and help people get visible for everybody else. And
Mhm.
so and I just find that really ironic, but in a really kind of
Yeah.
super cool way, right? How that's happened. And it's almost like the camera has been forced into your hands at a young age to push you to get out of your own way, right? And it wasn't until last year that you were like, you got to freaking do this, right? It's all or nothing now, which is amazing to me. Okay, so this happened last year. And so it was either you giving up your job or just going all in now, right? What made you kind of think not go the easy way, right? Because I'm just thinking the audience that are listening to this probably thinking there's very similar things. No matter what in their niche, they're scared of visibility. They're scared of showing up for themselves, right? They don't like the way they look in front of the camera. So what made you think, okay, I'm going to take a different direction. I'm going to continue doing this. I'm going to go all in rather than saying, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to quit.
As I've been passionate about photography, well, since I can remember. And I wanted to go to college to study it. I couldn't. All these things
Oh,
have got in my way over the course of my life, from like college and school and everything else, that it was, yeah, if I didn't do it now, I would have regretted it forever. And so
oh
January
wow.
came,
Yeah.
I joined all the groups, lots of networking stuff. I went here, there, and everywhere and met loads of new people. And that's when it changed, because then the ideas started coming and those people lifted me up.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So being around more people, going to events, and really showing up for yourself in person was really what rooted the Unmasked event. Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying?
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Because then I was brave enough to go, okay, I've said this idea. This is how I want
Mhm.
my business to look. Like, there's nothing stopping me apart from me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And because I put it out into the universe, I'd said, okay, I want to do an exhibition. I want to take loads of people and get them and take photographs. How do I do that? And then I said it
Yeah.
to another group like a week
Okay.
later. They're like, you
Yeah.
have to do this. You have to do this. So I went
Ooh.
home, I started writing everything down. And then I was really scared to tell my husband, because he's
Why?
very, he poo-poos a lot of ideas that I have, like, oh, that won't work. How's that going to work? And I thought, I really want to do this. I'm really passionate about this. I'm going to have to tell him. And if I
Oh,
hadn't told him,
okay.
then I wouldn't be where I am now, because I would have just sat there and hidden under a rock and gone, okay, you said it's a crap idea. I'm not going to do it now.
Okay.
And
But I'm
he did.
assuming he didn't poo-poo that idea and he loved the idea, which is how it kind of all unveiled. Is that right?
Yeah, well, he said, okay, well, crack on. Do what you got to do. I have no idea what it's about, but if you want to do it, do it. And then he's been my biggest cheerleader since, and he was a mess at the event. So,
Hmm. Oh my
where
goodness.
was I going with this? Oh, so having that idea and wanting to run with it, I then had to have photos taken. Like, how was that going to work for me to actually promote it? Because I need to show up as the vulnerable
Yes,
side of me for other people to be vulnerable. So that's when I did the
absolutely.
headshots of my hands with the writing on it. And okay,
They look really
they're
good.
cool,
I
aren't they?
love those photos.
So I
Yeah.
was supposed to have a mask, you see, like everyone else had, but they didn't turn up in time. So I had to like freestyle it and write on
Mm.
my hands.
No,
But
but that was really powerful because of the words that
yeah,
you used on your hands as well. That was really cool. Like how did you come up with that idea? Because I just feel like you're really creative. You can really think outside the box. When things don't work out with a plan, you know how to switch things up and still make it so freaking awesome. Like how do you do that? A lot of people don't know how to do that, even probably myself as well. So what is the trick behind that?
I don't know. It's something I've got a natural ability with. I can see things before anyone else sees them. I don't know. It's just I have someone will give me an idea, or there'll be some word, or someone will ask a question. I'll be like, how can we make that into an image? So I turned up at the shoot with some ideas, but this one I hadn't thought about it. So I said to him, have you got a Sharpie? So this guy I use who's local, have you got a Sharpie? And I want it to look like, I want the lighting to look like this. It's like, yeah, I got
Okay.
a Sharpie. So I got a Sharpie and I had to literally write upside down on my hands so you could read it.
Oh my word. Okay. So that's like right backwards.
Yeah,
Or
upside
is
down
it?
and backwards. Like
Oh my
literally upside down.
gosh.
And I was like, I want to sit like this. I want like, I just want my shoulders showing with my face and my hands. And then I just sort of just started rolling with it. And he's like, that's really good.
Okay, so you put yourself in that position because you're like, holy crap, I've got to promote this event. I've got to show up for myself. When you were taking these photos, or someone was taking these photos of you, how did you feel in that moment?
Really powerful, actually.
Huh? Okay.
Yeah. I
All
didn't
right.
feel
Did it
vulnerable. I
yeah.
didn't feel scared. It was just like, I've got this. I've got this. I'm going to
Mhm.
show up as me.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so has that now encouraged you to do more photos of you in
Oh,
them?
yeah. Yeah. I
Oh,
didn't even
wow.
have a shoot at some point. I don't think he's going to do that for me.
Oh, I love this. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about your actual event, Unmasked, right? We kind of heard little elements of what you've done and the whole masking and really like coming out of your shell, vulnerability, all that kind of stuff. But I've already heard so many powerful stories around your event and how it was different. And basically, people were just in tears in a good way, right,
Mm-hmm.
at your event. So tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, crumbs. Where do you want me to start?
So, first of all, how you came up with the idea because it had a lot of storytelling behind it and really people getting on stage and getting vulnerable with their stories that they don't really normally talk about. So, how did you, I guess, come up with the idea and make for you people feel comfortable in being on stage and talking about some of these stories?
So I'd always wanted to do an event where we had the exhibition with the images that I took for my clients, and they were there and then they brought their plus ones. But I also wanted to have a stage of speakers who were willing to be vulnerable.
Okay.
And I didn't want it to be like the usual businessy event. I mean, they're all
Right.
business owners, but we've all
Hmm.
got a story to tell. We've all got a story behind our business and why we do what we do. And
Yeah.
it's a really powerful tool to have if you know your story, how you can then promote your business through your story and the images that should go with it.
Hmm.
So um I hadn't so everyone had come to the shoot and who had to fill in the questionnaire. And the questionnaire was not brutal, but it was quite tough. And I think it was one of those questionnaires where it's like, where have you been? Where have you come from? They were quite in depth. And
Okay.
I decided quite last minute that I wanted my speakers to fill in the form as well and to find
Oh,
their story. And then that
okay.
led them to finding their stories and then being able to speak on stage about them. And a few of them hadn't ever spoken about what they were talking about before because they hadn't
Interesting.
felt comfortable enough to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. So what were some of the reactions you got? I guess because some of these questions on the questionnaire that you got them to fill out were probably really impersonal, really in depth. Did you get any speakers that were like, you know what, I'm not doing this. I'm not ready for this. I can't be speaking to anybody about any of this stuff on stage.
No, not at all.
No,
No,
really?
it
Oh,
actually gave them the permission really to
yeah.
to feel free to talk about whatever they wanted to talk about. Because I didn't want it to be just like, you go to some events where it's just like, I'll teach you how to do this and then you can buy my thing. This is more of I want to tell you about me, so you get to know me and come into my world. And then if you need my help, I'm here. That's sort of,
Yeah.
that's
Oh, I
how I want
love
it to be.
yeah,
Because yeah, it's the
I was,
connection more than
so
this.
I was say that you totally flipped the narrative upside down to what normal events look like.
Yeah.
Right? Which was awesome. And even the lighting, like you, every aspect of the event, 'cause I saw photos afterwards because I was totally stalking you out. Of course I am. Um, photos, your dress, oh my goodness, you look like a goddess in that dress. That was
Thanks.
amazing.
Love
Like
London.
every aspect of that event, like you were very detailed. The venue, the lighting, like the outfit, like the mask. Oh my goodness, right? And the photography, of course, like every element was so thought about, right? That everything had an emotion. Right?
Mhm.
You look at the photos, you look at the people, you look at the outfits, the staging, everything was so emotional,
It was
right?
really
I mean, how did
powerful.
right, yeah, it really was. There must have been tissue boxes everywhere at that event.
There was a lot of tears, especially from my husband.
Oh, okay, yeah. So your
Bless
husband was a
him.
big support for you over there as well, right? The
He was,
event.
yeah. Everyone was raving about how wonderful he was at the event because he was helping everyone like wrap up their pictures when they were like leaving because they all took them home. Yeah, seeing if everyone was all right, if they wanted drinks, and he's been brilliant, bless
Oh,
him.
so he must have loved it too. Is he kind of ready for the next one?
Yeah, he's going on about the next one now. Like we're just trying to plan.
Yeah. Oh,
He said, well, next
that is,
time we'll do it this way and I'll help you with it. Like, we had a few problems with internet and stuff, and as you do,
mhm.
walk on
Yeah.
songs and stuff. Spotify didn't play well, but
Oh my god.
yeah,
Oh wow. Okay. So do you have the date of when your next one is?
I
Or are you
don't
still
yet.
working?
No, I'm
No.
trying to find. I've got a venue in mind. It's not in Birmingham. It's going to be near me, but it's more of a
What?
gallery space.
Ooh. Okay. So where are you based?
I'm near Milton Keynes.
Okay, Milton Keynes. All right. So, guys, you're listening to this. Keep your eyes peeled for when the dates come out for Unmasked because you're going to want to be there. Okay. It doesn't matter if you're in the US, in Canada, right? Like, you're going to want to be at this event. It's absolutely amazing. Oh, my goodness. All right. Joe, I know at this point people are probably thinking, okay, I need to connect with you, I need to learn more about you. Needs to see these images of the Unmasked event and all the other images you do for your clients. So where can they go to learn more about you and connect?
So Instagram. So I'm Joanna Wood Photography on Instagram. I am Joanna Wood on Facebook. And LinkedIn, I'm Joanna Wood Photography as well. So if you just type that in, I should come up hopefully.
Brilliant, brilliant. And a little birdie told me you got a little freebie for everybody.
I do, yeah. So I've got the visibility quiz. It's called the Unmasked quiz, and you'll find your visibility type. And so whether you're a storyteller, a chameleon, you'll find out where you fit in the visibility state. So yeah, so that's at joannawoodphotography.co.uk/unmasked quiz.
Okay, fantastic, guys. I will be putting that link in the show notes. So if you didn't catch that, make sure you scroll down and grab that link and see take the quiz and see where you are in this, right? It might actually shock you. Joe, oh my goodness. It was so awesome to have you on the show. I feel like I can speak to you all day long. And in fact, yesterday we almost did.
That's good.
Right? But if there's any last words you want to share with our audience, what would that be?
Um, oh, that's a good question. Um, don't hold yourself back in the fear of unmasking yourself.
Okay, I like that one.
Masking's more powerful than hiding.
Definitely. Definitely. Joe, thank you so much once again. So many golden nuggets. I just thought I'm out of time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, darling.
Thanks for listening to Make Your Mark podcast at www.makeyourmarkpodcast.com. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get this and every other episode that comes out. We have lots of great stuff coming, so make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss it. And thank you in advance for all the reviews and comments. I appreciate it so much, and I look forward to serving you in next week's episode.